If you want a woman to instantly lose interest in you, then do this as often as possible. But if, on the contrary, you want to increase your value to a woman, then never, under any circumstances, do this again in your life. You'll be shocked at how simply this all works. If a man complains, whines, and asks for moral support, a woman gets rid of him completely and irreversibly, and very quickly. The thing is, when a man complains, he's sending a signal: I can't handle it, this world is too difficult, I'm weak. And the female brain reacts to that signal instantly. He won't protect me. He himself needs protection. Which means she has to run from this man, and probably run to someone else. This is pure evolutionary logic. Every second consultation is a story about how a man faced problems in life. He was really counting on a woman's support, but his beloved simply left. We can consider this something vile and unfair. We can confidently say that men are also human, they need support too. But the fact remains. I want you to look the truth in the eye, I want us to do it together. The female psyche is not built to be a support system for a man, especially if you're used to sharing your problems. From a woman's perspective, it's a burden. In other words, a man's complaints equal weakness, and weakness equals a threat to her safety. So if you regularly send signals asking for help, a woman will gradually develop disgust toward you. You heard that right? Not indifference, disgust. And by the way, you don't even have to say anything out loud like help me, support me, or I'm feeling bad. She can already see it in your state. These are mechanisms that operate on the level of brain. If a man is seeking support, it means he's genetic dead weight. In the female brain, dopamine levels immediately drop, as do estrogen levels. And by the way, attraction depends on estrogen. There's scientific research proving that a woman cannot desire a winner. It's impossible to want a winner. And the woman's logic is very simple. If he doesn't even believe in himself, then why should I believe in him? I understand that everything I'm saying now sounds very harsh, but back in ancient times, this mechanism helped women survive. Yes, the more morally upright a woman is, the less this will affect her, but it will still affect her. Even the best girl will have a negative internal reaction to a man's whining. And if her moral compass is already broken, the breakup will happen very quickly. You run into problems, and within a few months, maybe 6, she just leaves. Maybe even for someone else. Of course, there are exceptions. For example, when a woman is deeply in love with you. Love provides a hormonal boost, so your complaints don't hit her as hard. She might even try to help you in some way. But you must never think it will always be that way. Her support is limited in time. It's not endless. Understand? The thing is, when a man is feeling bad and sits in the kitchen with a sad face, eyes full of sorrow, that already is a cry for help. Without saying a word, you're telling the woman, look how bad I feel. Feel sorry for me. Do something instead of me. Give me confidence and take responsibility. Believe me, this is exactly how it works. And women pick up on it instantly. And they think, no thanks, I don't need another grown child in my life. And the biggest difficulty is that if this mechanism of female attraction breaks, it can't be fixed with the snap of a finger. It's not enough to simply stop whining, to roll back, and expect her love and admiration to instantly return. It's very hard to reset everything back to the way it was. Yes, my channel will help you, you need to absorb every video, maybe even take notes, but it will still be difficult. In my opinion, the key problem is that men, in the middle of a relationship, forget that a beloved woman is not a friend. Friendship and a relationship are two completely different interaction scenarios. You can complain to your friend about something, and it won't lead to anything sad or destructive. But in a relationship, it's different. When you complain and spread negativity, you are essentially destroying the very reason a woman is with you. Right now, you're tearing down the foundation of your house. In fact, a relationship with a woman is the most fragile bond. We all have friends from school or college, you've been friends for almost 20 years. But how many exes do you have from that time? There's your answer. In friendship, you can make a mistake and then say, bro, I'm sorry. And he'll forgive you. But in a relationship, your authority can go straight down the drain in just a week. And we always do the opposite. We try to look cool in front of our friends, and whine in front of our woman. I think the time has come to stop expecting motherly acceptance from a woman. You need to honestly say to yourself, a beloved woman is not a mother, and she never will be. A mother's self-sacrifice is biological, natural, and understandable. But a woman's self-sacrifice for your sake, that can only happen despite everything. Yes, such cases exist, but they're rare. I believe that counting on it happening for me, or for you, probably isn't the smartest approach. If it does happen, let it be a pleasant surprise. And if it doesn't, at least we won't be shocked. You see, a woman, by nature, is quite anxious. More anxious than a man. And for that reason among others, she is hardwired to seek protection. But nowadays, protecting a woman isn't about defending her from barbarian raids. The main priority now is protection from stress. And if a man becomes a source of stress, then the woman will simply distance herself and run from that source of anxiety. At the same time, we understand that a woman doesn't just wake up one morning thinking, "That's it, I'm leaving him today if he complains about his problems one more time." No, of course not, that's not how it works. This mechanism of attraction breaks down gradually, automatically. It's physiology. It's not some evil intent. Yes, without a doubt, this is a hard truth. It sobers you. It hardens you. But if you lose in life, then most likely, no one is coming to save you. There's another theory about why a woman loses interest in a winner. The point is, when a man complains, he puts the woman in a mother role, demanding care. To help him, she has to start perceiving him as a child, and that means romantic attraction becomes impossible. So, what should we do with this information? Option 1, you can become disillusioned with everything, stay alone, but I wouldn't consider that a real option. Option 2, you can regress into childhood, pretend this phenomenon doesn't exist. That's like believing in Santa Claus after 30. But don't forget, one day, reality will knock confidently on your door. And option 3, just don't count on a woman's help. Count only on yourself. Simply imagine that this function doesn't exist. And if you accept this, if you truly believe it, life becomes easier. We feel pain when we expect one thing, and get another. In other words, it's about unmet expectations. But if you don't have expectations, there won't be pain. And later on, you'll realize there's no point in worrying at all. If you have a problem, solve it. If you can't solve it, then don't stress over it. So there's no need to panic because of what I said. If you choose a more or less decent woman, she'll have a certain level of compassion. Just remember, female empathy has an expiration date. If whining and weakness become your norm, sooner or later, any woman will leave. So the conclusion is simple. Female support is not a basic feature, it's a bonus. A rare, pleasant bonus, but not guaranteed. I'd appreciate your comments, and if you have any questions, don't hesitate, I'll reply to everyone.